Hey folks, this is Vince with Ad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play City Skylines, the board game. This game supports 1 to 4 players, it's for ages 10 and up, and the average playtime is 40 to 70 minutes. Ida Lee and I covered this game on my channel before, but I've never played it solo. So today we're going to give that a try. It's worth mentioning that it's been a while since I've last played it, so I might get a rule wrong or two. But as I always say, I'm here to spread awareness, have some fun, and show off some really cool games. And City Skylines 2, the digital PC game, is right around the corner, which is why I kind of dusted this off, because I really wanted to play this. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I've already set up for a one-player game. In a one-player game, you get 7 of these construction cards here. Now, typically you would not get a roll, which is like a special person that can do a special thing. There's a bunch of these roll cards off to the side, and I just decided to add one to this game because I could. You'll find that I typically do stuff like that. But normally, these would be unlocked by playing all of the different scenarios that are in the game. Speaking of scenarios, if you don't want to play the introductory game, which is what I've set up for here, which is just 3 boards, you can, if you want to, attempt these other scenarios in the rulebook. There's a 4 board here, 4 boards here, 4 boards, 4 boards, and each of these scenarios unlock something different. Like there are policy cards that you'll unlock, these negative news cards, there's the roll cards here. So typically, again, these roll cards would not be available in the introductory game, but I fly by the seat of my pants. If you want to see what some of this other stuff looks like, these are some of the other roll cards that are going to be possibly in the game, should you decide to get it. Those are those news cards that I was talking about. Typically, they do something bad. There are unique buildings that you could add via those scenarios. These are like special buildings. And then policies, which just enact some kind of special thing. All right, so again, I've set up for a one-player game using the introductory rule set. I've already shuffled the 1, 2, and 3 deck over here, got my 7 cards, and for those of you tuning in for the first time, what we're trying to do is construct a city, complete milestones, and end the game to where our happiness is in the positive. Any positive score is good, any negative score is bad. I'll put that on the 0 there because that makes more sense, not the negative sign. This is the little scoreboard. Normally there's a stand for it, but I'm laying it flat so you guys can see it. But you start off with 0 happiness, and this happiness will accumulate as you complete milestones. We'll check for scoring and adjust this every milestone. Pretty much every milestone is the unlocking of a new board. When you've completed one board to your satisfaction and you've met all the requirements, you can move on to the next one. You can still build on the old one, but you're unlocking more space like you would in the digital game. But we're aiming for a score greater than 0. There is a chart in the rulebook that tells you how well you do, depending on your score. But I have to really point home that this is subject to a lot of different, this success table is only for the main game, where if you've combined everything together. If you're playing the introductory game, you're not going to have the tools or the amount of boards necessary to get a high score. So if you're playing the introductory game and you're looking at this and you're going, well, I only scored a 5. Well, don't worry about that because you weren't given all the tools that you need to succeed, right? So ignore this success table unless you're playing every single scenario and you're playing with 4 boards instead of 3. So today we'll just be aiming for a happiness score greater than 0. Over here to the right is our city status: power, water, and garbage. Whenever we score a milestone, anything that is below the 0 here will impact our happiness here, and this happiness will get moved over to this main board up here, every milestone track. So if happiness is, say, 5 over there at the end of the milestone, we would add 5 to this track here. So happiness that you accumulate here will, carry over to here every milestone. So we're going to be trying to get power, water, and garbage to prevent that from happening. There's also labor. It's either going to be in the negative or the positive to represent overpopulation or unemployment, that kind of thing. Any negative or positive. If we score a milestone and this is either in the positive or negative, we have to pay that much money. So if it's -4 when we score a milestone, we have to pay 4 money to the bank. And then there's this garbage, not garbage, that's like fuel, gas, I'm not sure what that is, pollution maybe. And then there's traffic and crime. These do not kick in until the very end of the game. When we're ready to finally score the last part of the game, these will kick in. And it acts just like these in that if you've got some, that will negatively affect your final happiness score. And again, we're trying to reach a happiness score of 0 or better. Yeah, it's pretty simple that way. Okay, so to set up the game, this is pretty much everything that you need. To get going, you need to start your first milestone. You're going to pick one of these boards and pay the cost, and then flip it vertically to reveal it. So I'm going to pay 2 money. You start the game with 12 in the introductory game. I believe it's 10 in every other scenario. And off to the side that you can't see are a bunch of these tetromino pieces. They come in green, blue, and yellow to represent residential, commercial, and industrial specifically. If you've played City Skylines or SimCity, it's the standard color scheme representing those. There's also service buildings of various sizes, like here's a large garbage landfill, here is a large police station, and putting those services down will do various things, and we'll get to them when we get to them. Okay, oh, there's also Chirper. I have to point that out. In the video game, Chirper is like the mascot, and this is the first player marker. We don't need it because it's just me, but yeah. So we're going to pay 2 money, which I already did. And we're going to flip this vertically so that the water is in the same exact location. The only restriction when it comes to placing stuff is we can't have 2 utility buildings in the same district. A district is just, it's an area separated by roads. So this is a district, this is a district, and this is a district. When this flips, these 2 districts will combine into one district here. So one district may become larger, some will stay the same like that one up there, and so on. So on a player's turn, if you're playing with more than one player, you're going to just take turns doing these things. But in a solo game, we're just going to do one after the other. You can play a construction card. You can play a card from your hand, and if you have to pay the cost, you can. These construction cards, at least with residential, commercial, and industrial, these are always free to play. However, on the very bottom, there's 2 actions on here. Well, not actions, but benefits. There we go. So you're always going to do the top thing. And if you can, this is the bonus thing. This is saying if you build this residential zone in a district with a commercial zone already there, you gain 1 happiness, and which is tracked here for right now. Okay, so we're going to be trying to play these in a timely way so that we can get as many benefits as possible. So that is one of the things that we can do, is play a construction card. You can also pay $2 to take one of your construction cards and put it into the exchange pile. The exchange pile isn't visible right now because there isn't one, but we can take one of our cards by paying $2 and just sort of chuck it into an exchange pile for later, and then draw a new card. Or if there's already an existing exchange pile, you can look through that and pick the one that you want. So it's a way of swapping out cards, but you have to pay $2 every time you do that. And then the end of a milestone, you can just do it. You can end the milestone, but the prerequisite is there must be at least 1 zone or building in every district. So if there has to be a building here, a building here, and a building here in order to actually end this milestone. For the last milestone, you need at least 2 buildings per district. And then there's an end of milestone card, which we'll be looking at when the time comes. And as I kind of explained already, so every time there's power, water, or garbage in a negative value, then you're going to lose some happiness. And then for every labor that is greater than 0 or less than 0, you have to pay $1. You have to pay development costs to turn over a new board, and the costs are right here on the back. And then you can exchange construction cards at this time for $1 each rather than $2 a piece if you want to do that. And then current news and unused policy cards. We don't have to worry about that because we're not using that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the game started. The role card that I picked for this particular game, if you build a residential, commercial, or industrial zone and you cannot benefit from the service shown on the card, you gain $1. So there you go. All right, let's go ahead and get the game started. We have 10 bucks to start with. What do I want to do? We've got some service buildings already. What can we chain together? Even though this is nice, I don't want to skip out on these bonuses if I can help it. This one wants a transportation service, and none of those are transportation services or utility buildings. And by the way, these are all from the one deck. You deal in a one-player game, you're going to deal 7 cards from the one deck. However, whenever you play a card and you get a new one, you can take from any of the 3 decks that you want. 3 is really hard to do, so I wouldn't recommend that in the beginning of the game. The 2s aren't bad. The only main differences between 1 and 2 is that the service buildings in 1, you have to play residential, commercial, industrial buildings next to, like directly adjacent to these like schools in order for those effects to take place. Whereas the service buildings in the 2 and 3 deck, so as long as they're in the same zone as the residential, commercial, or industrial zone, you gain their benefit. So in the 1 deck, you have to make sure that you're playing services and these cards adjacent to each other. This is a school. And this is a school symbol here. So maybe I play the school first. I think I'm going to do that. And I have to pay $1 to do that, and I gain a happiness for doing it. So I'm going to play that. I have to pay $1. So I'm going to give myself some change. The large ones are 5, and the small ones are 1. So I paid $1, and I'm going to gain a happiness there. And now I have to find the small school token, which I've got a bunch off to my left here. And I want to place that somewhere central so I can like put things off of it. Again, I have to build things adjacent to it. So it's going to go there. It's worth mentioning that you can't like retroactive put these buildings down first and then put the utility building down. The utility has to be there first in order to gain the bonus from the card that you're playing. So if I were to play this industrial zone first, and then I play this school next, I would not get this benefit because it's been already played at that point. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. And that just simply goes away. I gain my happiness already. And I will take another card from the 1 deck. And it's another industrial zone. So I guess I'll put that here. Okay, not bad. So that was my play a construction card action. And normally it would be the next player's turn, but we're going to move right back around to me again. There is a wind turbine. Now that is a service, not a utility. So I could play that in the middle as well, but I really don't have a reason to. None of these buildings are like, they don't require adjacency to these. This industrial zone actually wants a school as well. So which one's better to play? I get a bonus of 4 if I play this and a bonus of 3 if I play this. It doesn't hurt to play both, but my labor is going to go down a lot. I'm going to have all these jobs, but no one to fill it, essentially. And then my pollution, crime, and traffic are going to go up. I mean, I guess just to get an influx of money from the start, maybe we do that. So I'm going to go ahead and play, say, this one, and it's a free cost. These yellow, blue, and green cards are always free to play. So I'm going to play this one. And I can pick any Tetramino piece that I want. So I got to find one. This is going to be like the time waster, is trying to figure out what fits and what doesn't. I could play that over here like that, just to sort of just fit that in. Great. Now I have to do -1 on the labor. I gain a pollution. I'm going to assume that's pollution, and that's traffic. Okay, but as a bonus, I get 3 money because I had put it adjacent to this school here. Okay, so I'm going to get $3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and this industrial zone goes away, and I get to pick a new one. I might draw from the 2 deck. I want to start getting services that can affect the entire district. So maybe I'd go for this. Residential. Okay, so -2 water to put that down, but I get a bonus if it's next to a school. I get, there we go. That actually works out pretty well. So I'm actually going to play this next industrial zone, and that's going to be -2 labor, +1 there, and +1 crime, and I get $4 because it's going to be adjacent to that when I play it. Speaking of which, is there a tile that would fit in there. I want a 4 wide. Like, all of these are like shaped oddly. Okay, I guess that'll work. All right, so we're creating our industrial sector, and I think I did give myself $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2. I had 9, right? And I gave myself 3 from the previous. I still need $4. So I'm gonna make change. Here's a 5, and I put 1 back. Okay, and that goes away. And now I get to draw a new one. So I'm gonna go with the 1, because why not? And it's another residential zone. Okay, so I kind of want to put this next to the school because it wants that education, but that's going to cause my water to go down by 2. And I'm going to gain 3 labor, though, because I'm going to place that adjacent to a school. Question is, again, what... Oh, that kind of works. I guess that kind of works. Okay, I really don't want to, like... That's a lot of space I'm taking up. I wonder if there's something better that... maybe something like that. Okay, that's not terrible. That gives me a little bit more wiggle room up there. But I gained 3 labor, so I'm back to 0 again, which is fantastic. All right, and that was a 2 card that I just played. Okay, so I'm going to draw another 2. Okay, bus depot. All right, now this will affect the entire district. This will reduce traffic by 3. I don't want to play this right now because that would be a waste. Going from 1 to 0 when you're losing 3. I'm going to hold on to that card for a while and not play that. Okay, so let's see. There's no commercial zone in that zone yet. I could play in a different zone as well. Maybe I put a residential zone somewhere else. The downside is this one says if labor is less than 0. I should have played that before playing that other residential zone. I should have done that. Is there something that will lower? I could put these commercial zones down first and then play this. So what about this commercial zone? This says if this district has industry in it already, you gain $2. So I think I'm going to play this commercial zone. And let's see. So that's going to be -1 trash, -1 labor, +1 traffic. We are just not doing very well when it comes to providing utilities and services right now. And we're going to put that somewhere in there. It doesn't have to be adjacent to an existing one. We could put it up here. I kind of want to get rid of these oddly shaped ones. I don't know. Maybe something like that. I want to leave room for this school up there if I can. Okay, so I put that down, and I did put it in a district with an industrial zone in it, so I'm going to gain $2. So I've got lots of money, but like I'm really concerned about the services. All right, so that was a level 1 card. Let's go ahead and draw. Let's go with another level 1 card. All right, residential. Okay. Let's see. If there's a police in the area, a police, yeah, that's +1 happiness. Maybe I play this one. Because if industrial, if there's a commercial zone in that district, you gain, yeah. But here's the thing, I'm at -1, so maybe I play this one because I'm gonna gain $2 from it, I guess. Sure. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna play that. It's gonna be -1 trash, +1. Oh, but no, that's not good. All right, so let's put that trash back up. This should be at 2 before this kicks in. Maybe we do another commercial zone. But there's no... Okay, maybe we play one of these. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and... We've got plenty of money. Let's get some of these services out here to deal with power, water, and all that jazz. So we're going to play a landfill. So we're going to pay $3 to place this small landfill, and I'll put that somewhere out of the way, like maybe over here, and that's going to give us 3 trash. 1, 2, 3. So we're in the positive there, which is fine, and we're going to draw a new card. I'll draw from the 1 deck. Each of these decks has 1 of each utility and service, so we'll never see this landfill card again in the one deck. But we will see a landfill here or here if we draw it. Okay. Next, did I pay my $3? I'm always bad at that. I always forget. You know what? I'm going to pay just in case I forgot, I'll pay it anyway. I have a really bad memory. Okay, so moving on. I'm thinking the wind turbine. So it's, again, $3 and 3 power. So let's go ahead and discard that one, and I'm going to pay $3. 1, 2. You know what? I feel like I paid it. You know, I'm just going to keep that. I'm going to assume that I paid the $3 from last time. I'm pretty sure I did. I would have done that very first thing. And then I'm going to gain 3 power. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I have to put the power somewhere. Now, again, it cannot be in the same district as another one. So I have to put this maybe up here. Something like that. Now, at this point, we could score the milestone because we've got at least one building in each district. But doing so, well, we'd lose 2 happiness here, but we only have 1 happiness here. I kind of want to get more happiness going before we do that. Let's keep drawing these 1 cards and hope that we... there's a dog park. Actually, that's not bad. It gets rid of 2 pollution. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay $1 to get this dog park out. So the dog park would be, it's the small one here. We have to pay $1 for that. And that lowers pollution by 2, back down to 0. And this is a service, not a utility. So this is fine to put, and you can tell the difference between them because the services are like light gray and these utilities are dark gray. Okay, maybe I'll put the dog park next to the landfill. All right, I won't do it. I respect dogs too much for that. So maybe we just slide that in right there, because why not? Okay. Although I feel like I need to. I feel like, you know, I'm gonna put that here so that if there's any adjacency bonuses, I could fit that in here, here, or here. That might be better. Or maybe move this down a little bit. No? All right, fine. Yeah, very indecisive. Or if I did this, I think that would be better. Okay, so there's that landfill. I reduced the pollution. I'm going to draw a card. I need more happiness, darn it. I need more happiness, but I'm having a hard time getting cards that give me happiness. Let's go ahead and draw from the 1 deck. It's just another industrial zone. Wonderful. Okay. Jeez. The bus depot, but that reduces traffic by 3. It's at 2 right now. If we can play a card that bumps up traffic and then reduce it with the bus depot, that would be cool. Like, we could do this one. We could do this one. Yeah. Let's do this one. So we're going to, it's one energy, 1 labor, and 1 traffic. And we're going to put a residential zone down in a district with a commercial zone in it. We've got that. That's 4 wide up there. So I need something that's like, I don't know, something like that, I guess. I guess. Or is this... maybe that's better. And you can pick any size building that you want to. But it is in a district with another commercial. So I'm going to gain a happiness. So I'm up to 2. Okay, so that's something. And I'm going to draw another 1 card because I can. Firehouse. That gives us happiness. I mean, it doesn't hurt to put a firehouse in here. Maybe I'll put it in the upper right there. So I think I'm going to play that immediately. I'm going to pay a money to build the lowest firehouse. Maybe put that somewhere in the middle so buildings can like chain off of it. So maybe here to give it more room around it, possibly. But that will give me a happiness, so I'm up to 3 happiness. All right, so far so good. I mean, if we end the milestone now, I'll pay no money and I'll lose 2 happiness because water hasn't been taken care of. What we really need to do is find water. Now, I only have 6 cards. I don't believe we found the water card in here yet. So I think we're going to keep drawing these until we find it. Of course, that one's going to consume water. We don't think we want to do that one. I think I will play the bus depot, but there's not a whole lot of room left. I kind of want to play the bus depot over here later. One option is to pay money to start swapping out cards. Because I've got 13, but I need to reserve, say, 5 for this one or 4 for that one. This is going to increase pollution and population. This is going to reduce it but increase crime. Okay, this commercial zone isn't bad. All right, so with this one, it's going to increase crime, but it's going to give me $3 because I can place it next to this park. So I think I'm going to do that. And I pay 1 labor and increase crime by 2. And I'm going to place that next to that park up there if I can fit it. It needs to be 4 tall. 4 tall? 4 tall, maybe that one? I guess that'll work. And because it's adjacent, we're going to get $3 for that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're going to draw a new card. I'm really hoping to find that that water card in there, but I really don't want to end on a low note like that. It's bound to be in here. Okay, we could play something like this. Yeah, I think this is good because we're good on power, and we need a labor. So, and we're going to gain happiness if we place that next to the... We don't have a firehouse, do we? Out of all the services, we don't have a firehouse. That's medical up there. Okay, so let's rethink that one. This is a police station. We don't have a police station. This is another residential zone, but that's going to lower our water by 2. We're short on water. This one... This is going to increase... You know what? We're gonna play this one, I think, just to get it out of our... That reduces garbage by 1 and increases population by 1. I guess. And then we're not going to get the bottom benefit, but we'll get $1 because of our marketing expert. So I'm thinking maybe we can... I'm trying to play as many cards as I can to get that water up there, but I feel like I'm digging myself a hole by doing that. The other option is I put the bus depot down, but there's really nowhere to put it. I mean, I could put it here, but I really want to surround it if I can. Like, I want it in an empty place so I can surround it and get its adjacency bonuses. I mean, I could pay $2 to swap out cards and start an exchange, but I'm concerned about my money situation. I like having a crap ton of money. All right. These would feed in well together. This wants to be next to this. That would reduce population further, though, but then I could play this. That's going to make crime go up by 2. This is awful, guys. Like, I'm not getting the services I need to make this happen. All right, let's get popular. We may have to end up scoring and ending up with like 1 happiness at the end of the day. So maybe we just play this one and be done with it. So we're gonna go down by a trash, and we're gonna gain a population. We're at 0, and we don't get this because population is not less than 0. It's exactly 0. But instead of getting 2, we're going to get 1 from our marketing expert. If you cannot benefit from the service shown on the card, gain +1. Now it says service on the card. I wonder if that means service and not... Oh, so it's not... Okay. All right, so it's not every card that you can't do. It says service specifically on here. That means maybe this. Okay. So we're not going to get anything for that, but we're going to get it out of here because I doubt I'm going to get that anyway. So no extra money, unfortunately. I'm going to keep drawing from the 1 deck and hope to grab this water at some point. Ugh, this is nasty. Okay. Another police thing. Okay. I'm very tempted to end this now and just accept one happiness. I don't like that. I really want to address the water situation before moving on to the next milestone. But we're kind of running out of space here. And the more I put down, the more jumbled this gets. And I'm trying to avoid that. I could play the bus depot and hope another one comes up in the future to deal with traffic issues. But where in the world am I going to put this? I mean, maybe, all right, let's keep doing it. I'm going to put a bus depot, it's a service, so I can put it right here. It's going to cost me 3 money. 1, 2, 3. And that is... where did my services go? That was a depot, right? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, that's it. My poor eyesight. Okay, that'll slide in right there. Like so. And I can build off of it from the right or to the left if I need to. And that's going to reduce traffic by 3. Now, again, these don't kick in till endgame, but it's good to keep on top of these for later. Draw a card. And again, I really want that water if I can. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Water tower. This is what I was looking for. We're gonna build that utility somewhere. Utilities, I could put a utility here because there's no utility in the middle. There's a utility here, landfill. There's electric over there. I could fit the water in over here somewhere. I want to be careful because I want to put this commercial zone here if I can. So I am going to pay this $3 for the water tower. 1, 2, 3. And that small thing will go right there. All right, and that gives me 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. So water is up to where it needs to be. I think we stopped drawing 1 cards and start working on the 2s. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that, and that is another industrial zone. We really need more services, but now we could end the milestone on a good note because look at this. We're all in the positive here. We're at 0 labor. This does not kick in till game's end, and we're at 3 happiness. Is there any way to increase happiness before we complete that milestone? This would actually hurt our labor, even though we would get a bonus. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it now. So I'm gonna end that milestone, and that's gonna be my action for this turn. And so for each of these in a negative, I will lose a happiness, but I don't have to worry about that. And then we're gonna transfer the 3 happiness to our skyline. So we're up to 3, like so. Gotta be careful. It's really meant to stand up, but so it goes. So our labor is at 0, so we don't have to lose any money. Pay development costs and turn over a new game piece. So I'm gonna pay 5 and flip. It just makes sense to flip this over. Okay. See, now we can build off that to the left. We can build off that to the left. That makes sense. And exchange construction cards for 1 each. I'm very tempted to do that because we don't have fire right now. We have no fire stations out there. We've only got $5 left. So I'm really concerned. Like, I need to make sure that I can get more money. I can get $3 from here, $2 from here. There's no police station. I'm tempted to get rid of all 5 of these cards and just get new ones, but I really need to keep some money just in case another utility comes up. So maybe I get, gosh, there's a happiness. Or I keep everything and just play these 2 and hope that something comes up in the 2 deck that I really need. Because none of these, I cannot benefit from their bonuses, which would be awful. So maybe I pay $1 just to get rid of one of these. This is happiness. Both of these are happiness. Police and happiness. This is fire, fire, fire. And that's happiness and or money and happiness. And this is stuff I have. This is stuff I want. So maybe I pay, let's get rid of 2 of them. So I'm going to have $3 left. And I'm going to get rid of 2 of them and exchange them. So maybe one of these and one of, I guess, one of that one. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these 2. And we're going to start an exchange pile up here so we have it. And I get to pick 2 new ones. So I'm just going to grab from the 2 decks and hope that there's something good. Oh, there's another water plant. And I just kept drawing from there. Okay, well. All right. Great. Well, let's just, let's move on to, yeah, we'll keep going. So let's go ahead and get this commercial zone. It wants to be next to the depot. So our labor is going to go down by 1. And our crime's going to go up by 2. And if we can put this next to this, we get 3 money. So is there something small that will fit in there? Yes, beautiful. Okay, so that's going to give us 3 money. 1, 2, 3. Great. All right, and that was a 1 card. And we're going to draw another 2, I think. Cemetery. It's a medical thing. We already have a medical, so I'm not really, like, excited about that card. We really need a police station so we can start working on this crime, which is getting out of control. I think I'm going to play this one next. It's going to cost us 2 water and 1. It's going to increase labor by 1, water down by 2. But if we put that next to this forest here, it's going to give us 2 money. So can I fit? Give me something odd shaped. That'll work, I guess. Yeah, so we're going to get $2 from that. 1, 2. And that was a 1 card. Let's go ahead and draw 2 card. Okay, if the district has commercial, gain $2. I kind of like that one. We need to generate more money. I feel like we're tightly packed over there. Just a little bit. The downside is, I mean, we only have so many, like we can't put too many things down, because if we do, if we put too many things down, then we're going to like be overwhelmed and not have enough service buildings and utility buildings to offset these negatives. So, you know, I got to be careful about that. I could pay $3 and put a cemetery down, maybe like over here. And it would affect the entire district. And it would increase happiness by 1. So I think I want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay $3. That's the number 2 card. So I'm going to pay $3. 1, 2, 3. To get the larger cemetery over here. And it'll affect the entire district. So we'll just put it in the corner. And no matter where it goes, even over here, when this comes unlocked, it'll kick in. But we're going to get a happiness for that. So up to 4. And we draw a card. It is a fire station. This is exactly what we were looking for. We need $3 for that. Yeah, this is going to be the next couple of turns. I'm going to pay my $3. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to give me 1 happiness. Now that is a medium-sized fire station. We didn't find the fire station in the 1 deck yet. But this is going to affect the entire district. So I'm going to put that maybe in the corner down here. And we're going to gain a happiness for that. Beautiful. And that was a number 2. And we're going to draw from the 2 deck. Transportation plus 4 money. That's good. Let's get this going, though. This extra money is going to be huge for us. I'm not crazy about the whole trash thing, but hey, money's money, right? So we're going to do -1 trash, -1 labor, and +1 pollution. And we're going to put this next to the fire station. Well, no, it doesn't have to be next to it. No, we're going to something smaller. Reason being, oh, that'll work. Yeah, I like it. Maximize room. Again, this affects the entire district because it's a level stage 2 card. We're gonna get $5 for that. So you know what? I prefer ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, not terrible. Now we're gonna draw a new card. That goes away. This one wants forest and medical, all in the same district. We don't have that. If we put a forest somewhere up here, we could put that up there, but for right now, let's focus on our other fire station one. It's going to give us a happiness, which is good. So we lose a power, and we gain a labor, and we're going to put this in this fire station area somewhere. That's a 3x3. Yeah, that works there. Okay. So we're going to gain a happiness. So we're up to 6. All right, and that goes away. That was a 1 card. And we're going to draw another 2 card here. Police station. Yes, that's what we need this badly. Do we have any other fire station cards? No. What we have that, and it's a shame because in the exchange pile are the ones I got rid of. So at some point we can exchange for those. Maybe on the next milestone it'll be cheap just to grab them for $1 each. So let's do the police station next, and maybe we put that somewhere over here. I don't know. It's a service, not a utility, so it can really go anywhere we want it to. We can put 2 services in the same district. We just can't put 2 utilities in the same district. We're going to pay $3. 1, 2, 3. And our crime's going to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put a police station. Maybe we could put that here. And I just hope that we can fit everything there. I mean, now we can actually score this milestone if we wanted to. I don't think we're ready to, but we could. Yeah, I'm going to keep it there. Okay, so that's going to do that. And we're going to draw from the 2 deck. Bouncy Castle. This gets rid of pollution, a total of 3 pollution. We only have 1, so I kind of want to wait till that's up to 3 before we use it. This water, on the other hand, I feel like we need to get that under control, but look at our money. We're only down to 4. We need 4 to pay for that one. So we need to get an influx of cash. I'm thinking this commercial zone down here, 2 labor plus 2 crime. Ugh. Oh, boy. Well, that's a bummer. Maybe we do have to do this and maybe make up for it later. Where's the bus depot? Here. Okay, so I'm going to play this one. Our labor is going to go down by 2 and crime's going to go up by 2. But we're going to place a commercial zone adjacent to this stage 1 district. And it is technically touching. We can still border something here if we need to. And that's going to give us $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. The downside is that really pushed us negative on that. All right, level 2 card, industrial zone. We can get another $5 if we put that here. Maybe we should. This should have gone here. Yeah, I'm really tempted. All right, so we need cash to afford these. So I am going to use this one. -1 population. We're down to -3. So a lot of jobs, not enough people to fill it. 1 pollution. And we're going to put this adjacent to that depot there, if we can fit it. Too big. Actually, no. This is going to fit. I guess that'll work. Okay, no, that's adjacent, so we get $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're Scrooge McDuck right now, but we're selling our soul to do it. That was a 2 card. Okay, and we get a new one. Oh, wow. If happiness is greater than 5, get all these things. Okay, Yes, I think we do that. Because we need to get our labor up if we can. This is a residential zone. We lose a water and we lose a trash. But if happiness is greater than 5, it's 6. We gain a population, we gain another happiness, and we gain a buck. So now we have to figure out where we're going to put this. It can go anywhere, really. So somewhere out of the way where it's not going to interfere with anything. Maybe out of the way here. Maybe we get rid of this like that here. Yeah, that works. Okay, that goes away. And a level 2. Okay, ooh. That could actually get us out of this predicament right there. This +3 population. We'd lose power, which is fine. We'd gain a traffic, which is eh. Do we put another pumping station down to get our water back in the positive? I'm very tempted to do that. We just have to be careful not to go overboard with that. Because we could play this and then this. Okay, I think we do that. Okay, so let's do the water pumping station. We have to pay $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to pay, it's the square one. And it doesn't, there's already utility here. There's already utility here. So it has to go somewhere over here. Maybe we put that here. And then when we open this up, this will affect more things. All right, so we're going to get 4 water for that. So we're here, which is good. I'm going to draw another level 2 card. And now we're going to play this one. We're going to lose a water but gain a population or a labor. So we're up to 1. We lose a water. And we're going to put this in a zone with a commercial in it. So maybe here might be a good one. Or here. Something, I could sit here all day and find the best one, but I'm just going to do that one. That's fine. And because I put that in a district with a commercial zone in it, I'm going to gain $2. Okay. And should I start grabbing level 3 cards at this point? I don't want to get too greedy, but I feel like we've seen a lot of the level 2 utilities already. Have we gone through, have I gotten the police station yet? We have. I feel like we need to start going through the 3 deck because crime is out of control. So I'm going to start drawing from here. It's a hospital. Not what I want. We've got a hospital here. Like medically we're good. Okay. Again, we could end the milestone. We're at -1. Can we bump this up? I don't want to lose a money. So can we bump the population up by 1? This isn't bad. If in a district with 2 commercial zones in it, gain a population. Okay. Yes, I think we're going to play that one in this area here. So we lose energy and we gain a crime because of course we do. But we're going to put that in a location with... come on, maybe this one? Okay, yeah, it has at least two commercial zones in it. So we're going to gain a population. We're at 0, and we're going to gain a happiness, so we're at 8. Okay, so I think there, let's go ahead and draw another one. Residential, okay. We're going to end this milestone because we've got 1 building in each district, at least. And we're looking good here. I'm concerned about the trash, but we have no way to take care of that right now. Happiness will go down by 1 as a result of that, but so it goes. So we're going to lose a happiness because our trash was in the negative by 1. Our labor is at 0, so we don't have to worry about that. We have to transfer this 7 over here. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So we're at 10 happiness right now. Okay. And Pay development costs and flip over a new thing. So $4 to flip this last piece over. And again, it's done vertically so that the water should be in the same exact spot as it was before. Okay. And next, exchange cards at $1 each. I'm really tempted, but that crime though, I feel like I needed to focus on crime and maybe not go for that money. This happiness would be nice, actually. We gain a happiness, but at the end of the game, I feel like happiness is less useful because if you get happiness at the beginning, it can count through multiple milestones. At the very end, like where we're at now, this is only going to kick in one time when I place it. And it's going to gain us, this is potentially -1 happiness right here. So maybe I don't exchange anything and I keep my money for these service buildings that I want to grab at some point. Okay, now to end the game, to complete the milestones, we have to have at least 2 buildings in each district. This is 2, that's 2, this is 2, 1, 2, 1. So we need 1 here, 2 here. So we're close to ending this, but I feel like we need to get this under control. We need to figure out how to get the police. We need to get that police thing going if we can. Our labor's pretty good. Okay. $5 for that hospital. It just seems kind of... Can we play a card that's going to get us trash? Because this is at 2 right now. I mean, that would be ideal to play. This is police officer. I could have... Yeah, okay. So we could put this... I mean, we could put that there. And get a happiness, I suppose. I mean... I mean, is it... Just to try and... I need to cycle through cards is what I need to do. I need to cycle through cards. Okay. Well, let's do that. I need to get buildings down anyway. So this green residential zone, we're going to lose a trash and we're going to gain a labor. But if we put that in a district with a police thing, like that one, which is what we need anyway. Let's find a better one. No, something small. Again, I could sit here all day and like puzzle this out, but I'm trying to at least pretend like I care about your time. All right, let's put that there. Or better yet, that's fine. So we put that in a district with a police station. So it goes up by 8, or up to 8, I should say. Okay, so that's gone, and that's a level 1. We really need some service buildings. Oh, jeez. Or we just bump up happiness as much as possible so that any negatives will, like, you know, because this is -5, -2. Yeah, see, we're not doing good there. All right. We got 2 there. Let's get something over here. Something that wants medical. This is medical and library, but I don't think I've got anything like that. This hospital will increase happiness by 2. I've got money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That brings me down to 3, though. I'm not happy about that. All right, let's play this park while I can. We're gonna lose that. This is gonna go down by 2 instead of 3. We have to pay $3. 1, 2, 3. But that's like 2 happiness that we won't have to worry about at game's end. So we really need. Oh boy. -3 +1 traffic. Oh boy, that's good. That's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but. That crime, man. We're not getting any of these police things. Okay. Let's just try and get something over there. Oh, man. Okay. This if I put this, where's that one library? Oh, that's over there. Oh, geez. There's no way I could fit that in there. Maybe I put the hospital down here and get more happiness and then try and generate more money on my next turn. I need something with -1 on it. Maybe this one. Yeah. That's not great. But it'll give me something over here. I need a forest here in order to make use of this bonus. But I've got that one ability, Marketing Expert. I'll get $1 for it, even if I can't make use of it. But that'll bring my labor down to 0. But it'll bring my traffic to 1, which is not what I want. Crime's already maxed out. I need more services is what I need. This is rough. Trying to get, and you have to do something. I could exchange at the cost of 2 money apiece, but there's no guarantee that you get what you need. I'm probably going to have to accept the fact that I may end up going into negative happiness here. I mean, I have 10 reserved on my main board up there. So, like, I'd rather not dip into that 10 at the end of this milestone, but I may have to. Okay, so I need to get crime under control. So I need to find a police station somewhere in this mess. There's going to be either one here or one here. I prefer this one. Did we already go through the police station here? We did not. So there's a good chance that I may draw a police station out of these 7 cards that are left in this one deck and try and get crime under control. But, or do I keep drawing from here and hoping for better cards? I don't know. Well, we need at least 2 buildings here. Let's just try and get that done without affecting this too much. I want to save money for a police station when it does come up. So let's find something that will give me money and not affect things too badly. This one isn't terrible. It's not great, but it brings my population up and my crime up. That's a lot of labor. All right, let's do this one. This will give me a cash at least. I can't do the bottom part, so my 1 marketing expert will kick in. So I'm just going to put the commercial zone somewhere over here just to start like trying to finish the game. And then I get -1 and +1 traffic. And I'm going to gain $1 because of my marketing expert. So it's not great, but you know, it's something. And I'm going to draw a card. Another commercial zone. It's -3 labor, +1 crime. What's all this crime? Jeez. Okay. -2 water, -1 trash, but in a forest area, which is here, it's going to give me money and labor. How badly do I need money right now? I'm trying to keep this close to 0 if I can. I wouldn't mind another influx of money. Something that consumes water would be ideal only because I've got 1 of it that I can afford to lose. But I really don't have a whole lot of those. This one wants, my gosh, it wants a fire station and 3 commercial zones. Do I have that? I mean, there's 3 here, but I don't have my fire station is here, and this card's kind of useless to me anyway. I'm tempted to do this one and try and put it next to this one. All right, we'll do that. And that's going to bring my water down by 2 and my trash down by 1. But if I can get that to fit, this is a stage 1, so I need to put it adjacent to that. So I guess. It's not great, But that's going to give me $2 and 2 labor. You know what? Rather than take the $2 and the 2 labor, what if I purposely place this not adjacent to that? What if I put this, say, up here, and my marketing expert will just give me $1? Because it's a service that I can't use. It's a service that I can't use. I'm just going to gain $1. I don't want the labor. I'm at 0. So that's actually good. So I'm not going to place it adjacent, and I will gain $1 for that. All right, next. Police. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Okay, this is it. This might actually be the end of the game here because we've got 2 here. If I put it here, we're good. So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 money left. And this police station is just right there. And it lowers crime by 4. Okay. Yeah, I'll draw another card, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Okay, so we're going to check our conditions. Can we end the game? Do we have 2 buildings per district, or at least 2 buildings? 1, yeah, we've got that here. We've got 2 here. We've got more than 2, 2, more than 2, more than 2, 2. Yeah, so we're good. We could end the game right now. Should we? I'm thinking it's safe to do that. I think we're in a good spot. Our garbage is kind of crap right now, but yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it. So for each, actually, let's just make sure that I'm doing the end game right. Yeah, so it's everything except, in addition to this, we have to account for this. So we're going to, for every one of these below 1, or below 0. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we lose 4 happiness. We're down to 4. Okay. Our labor is at 0. We're fine. We don't have to pay development costs because we're not flipping anything else over. We're not going to exchange cards. And it's 1 for each of these. So we're down to 2. So we're still in the positive 2 there. So we're going to bring that 2 over here. So we're up to 12. Okay. And I believe that will end the game. And again, I have to stress that this score is not going to matter here because we didn't play with a full-size city. We didn't play with, 4 tiles. We didn't play with all the extra stuff. But I guess in this intro city, I'm a city of no importance. No, ambitious city. The city could become something someday, maybe. Yeah, well, story of my life, right? So there you go. That was City Skylines. And again, you can play with a larger board. Part of me didn't want to continue. Like, I could have kept filling this up, but there's only so many utility buildings in these decks. If I kept adding more residential and commercial and industrial, these would have dropped over here and those would have risen to the point where there's no cards left here to deal with it. Do I have any other ones? I had a botanical garden coming up to deal with pollution, which I didn't need. There's an oil power plant for power, which I really didn't need. So I think I did the right thing. Yeah, I would have had to have cycled through a lot of stuff. You could make the game easier by kind of doing what I did. Give yourself a rule card. If you still feel the game is a bit too difficult, give yourself maybe 2 or 3 rule cards, and maybe give yourself some extra starting cash at the end of at the beginning of the game, and maybe at every milestone. Maybe give yourself an extra $2 at the end of the month. After you've paid your costs to flip over everything, maybe give yourself a bonus 2 or 3 money just to kickstart your next milestone. Maybe do something like that. If you find the game too swingy, too hard, too difficult, you can house rule this any which way you want to. I personally love stuff like this. I love tracker games where I'm constantly adjusting things up or down. That Exo World Survival board game that I covered, I think last month, did something similar to this, but I found this to be 10 times more enjoyable. I enjoyed the theme. I love SimCity and City Skylines, the digital games. So yeah, go check out City Skylines. There's even more content in the box that, again, I could have played with but didn't. City Skylines, the board game. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.